The author, Donna Tartt, is beloved in the literary world, but she remains a mystery to many of her fans. She completes one novel every decade. Her previous work includes A Secret History and then The Little Friend. We spoke with her for her only American television interview since the release of her newest novel. It has just been named Amazon's Best Book of the Year.
The journey that I want to take the reader on always is the journey that I loved most when I was reading as a child. Just this galloping, gleeful, you don't know what's going to happen next.
At age 49, author Donna Tartt is one of the greatest American novelists of the past half-century. Her third and latest novel is The Goldfinch, an epic literary journey inspired by a painting with the same name. Why this painting?
Well, look at it.
We brought Tartt to New York City's Frick Collection to see her inspiration firsthand. This is not only the title of the book, but it becomes central.
It's the guiding spirit of the book. It's the guiding spirit of the book. And Fabricius himself is a bit of a ghost throughout the book.
Along with most of his key works, the Dutch realist Karel Fabricius was killed in a massive gunpowder explosion, but The Goldfinch survived. That series of events drives both Tartt's narrative and purpose. One of the characters said you can see the doubleness in the painting. What does that mean?
The doubleness means that you can see the painter's hand. You can see the painter's brush strokes. It's a wonderful illusion, but yet if you get close enough, it falls apart into brush strokes. And I think all great, truly great art has that doubleness.
Donna Tartt has known what makes great art from a young age. She was 28 when she published her first novel, The Secret History. It instantly became an international sensation, gaining an almost cult-like following. When it exploded onto the scene, what was that like for you?
It was very disorienting because I wasn't expecting it at all. To write something that long in solitude, you have to understand when you're a writer, there's no one coming in at the end of the day saying, wow, that's a great passage you just wrote. Boy, that's wonderful. So I didn't really know how people were going to respond to it. And
the only disappointment fans had was that they had to wait a decade for her next book, The Little Friend. So you have 3 novels, and how many years invested in 3 novels?
Well, so it's been 30 years. They've been a decade each.
How many books can you write?
I guess not many if I keep going
at
this
devastatingly
slow pace. 5 would be good. I'd be happy with 5.
Can you become prolific and get faster with effort?
Well, I've tried to write faster, and I don't really enjoy it. I don't enjoy the process of doing that. I've tried to speed up. I thought, well, I'll try to write. It was a mistake. I thought, well, I'll try to write a book in a year, and I just didn't enjoy it at all. It wasn't fun for me, and no fun for the writer, no fun for the reader.
Although tedious, her process works. At 800 pages, The Goldfinch has been called a giant masterpiece that is heartrending and irresistibly wicked. But it was Stephen King who may have given the author her highest praise when he likened her work to her favorite author, Charles Dickens. Like Dickens, Tartt's novels go far beyond just the thrill of the narrative. So what questions are you grappling with here? What is love? What else?
What is love? What is the good life?
Yeah. What do you mean by that, the good life? And why is that interesting for you?
Well, the idea is that, well, there are many definitions of the good life. Is the good life to be happy oneself? Is it personal happiness? Yeah. Is it making other people happy at the expense of one's own happiness? What is it for any of us? We all have to work this out on our own. For me, well, I think the 2 great salvations, love and work. Those are.
You got it. Yeah, if you can get love and work, life will be very good to you.
If love and work, then everything else.
I would only add health to that. If love and work and good health.
I'm such a huge fan.
At barely 5 feet tall, the Mississippi native seems to move through life on her own terms. She is at once delightfully peculiar and mysterious. Do you like the mystery about you?
What's important for me as a writer really is solitude. It's not so much reclusiveness as just a need to be alone when I work. When I am working, I am I do need to spend a lot of time alone. A life spent at one's desk is a life alone.
And she wouldn't have it any other way.
Has the writer's life lived up to your hopes, dreams,
To
expectations?
my wildest dreams.
Really?
Yes.
More, bigger, larger,
Better,
finer
happier.
than you dreamed?
Yes.
Yeah. And so what does that mean? What is the writer's life that is so satisfying for you?
Well, to be able to daydream all day, to be able to, writing a book is one level deeper than reading a book. As much fun as it is to read a book, writing a book is one level deeper than that. So it's really fun. It's hard at times, it's hard going, but when it's good and when it's going well, there's nothing like it.
Well, there it is, Amazon's Book of the Year. A remarkable young woman who lives on a farm in Virginia, and an old farmhouse that she found. There's mystery, there's intrigue, and there's every 10 years a book.
Between the two of you, because she so rarely gives interviews. It was good to see the back and forth between the two.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
Very nice. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to reading the book, all 800 pages of it. I'm going to have to do it on vacation.